Welcome to Galactic Grandmother, Heart to Heart. My name is April, and my special guest today is Ray Dove. Ray is an artist. She's an NDE and ET experiencer. She is an author. She's written a couple of ebooks, one of which is called Transported to Telos. And that is how I found her because I was doing research for my series on Telos. And she has an interesting experience. So, welcome, Ray.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You have an interesting background, which seems to be a family lineage of extraterrestrial contact. Can you just talk about that a little bit?
A little bit. This is something I didn't find out till I was actually involved in ET contact and having those experiences. Back when I first started having ET experiences, I kept it a secret from my family because it was considered taboo back then, which was just 10, 15 years ago. But now it's much more open and it's okay. But at one point, decided because I felt like I was living two lives inside me, one with ET contact and one with this great big secret, that I had to, so to speak, come out of the closet of the UFO contact. So I call it the UFO closet. And I did that by creating a coloring book for children and adults, and I named it Galactic Friends. It was pictures of ET contact, ETs, so that adults and children can get used to looking at non-humans. I had a bunch printed out and brought them to different family members and handed them the book and said, here. And at one point, my children, which are adults now, brought them in one room together and said, hey, I need to talk to you guys about something. And I told them about this experience I had, which started my ET contact, although it did start earlier as a child, some conditioning experiences. But the main experiences was in 2013 when I was ill and knocking at death's door, and I was taken on board a ship and medically healed. I was keeping this a secret too. So I told them about that. And I was actually shocked that they went with it. They said, well, we know you and you never lie and you're always honest. And they believed me. And I was shocked that they believed me. Next, it was time to tell my parents. Well, it turns out that one parent, my mother, she passed on recently, so I can say this. But before she passed on, I told her about the ET contact. She told me that while she was carrying me, while she was pregnant with me, that she would often have dreams of spaceships landing in her front yard. And it frightened her so much that she never spoke of it again until I was in my 50s and I was outside with my father and we were watching a weather balloon that didn't seem like it belonged over the house. And as I was looking at it with binoculars, because it looked like a military hot air balloon, weather balloon with devices and instruments on it, suddenly a big, bright, whitish orb, probably about 3 to 5 feet in diameter, came flying to the weather device and was buzzing around it like this, like a bee would. And I said to my dad, I said, do you see this? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? He goes, oh yeah, I'm seeing it. And it's not from this world. Now, my dad has back